KOMU8's Hillary Mullen went looking for trouble. She found a renter who got ousted and a landlord in denial.
This is my old room. Probably got a solid week and a half in it before I had to move.
Kyle Key and 3 friends signed the lease on this house in mid-August. When another friend needed a place to live, Key says his landlord added the 5th roommate to the lease.
We got in contact with our landlord and 5 was okay, and there was 5 people on our signed lease.
So imagine Key's surprise when just 2 weeks after he moved in, a Columbia police officer knocked on his door and demanded to see his lease.
They were just asking some questions about how many people that lived here.
Key and his roommates were in violation of Chapter 29 of City Code. According to this ordinance, no more than 3 unrelated people can live together in a single-family home. Key says police were suspicious when they noticed 5 cars in his driveway. That's 2 more people than are technically allowed to live here. While it's not an offense to have cars in your driveway, it is a way for police to build a case against you.
We may have another violation such as trash issues or abandoned vehicles or unlicensed vehicles on property, or maybe a rental that isn't registered with the city under the rental conservation law. So we may investigate other things too and come across too many people living in a residence.
Key says Officer Thomason told him 2 of the 5 roommates had 24 hours to move out.
That's pretty impossible, if you're a college kid and you have all this stuff in your house and school's about to start, it's hectic, you got a lot of stuff going on, so we couldn't really find a place in 24 hours, stay with our buddies. So the next day we got another knock on the door and we all received tickets for not knowing the law.
Officials at the Office of Neighborhood Services say the ordinance is not new, but it is news to many.
Unrelated people in one house, 6.
I knew there was a law, but I didn't know what it was. Usually about 4 people to a house.
I have no idea. I didn't even know there's a law on that.
One of the things we've worked on is to try to raise awareness about these issues, because it wouldn't be something that everyone in Columbia is aware of. And we are not surprised by that.
I put the blame on us, for not knowing the law. I put the blame on our landlord for not, telling us, there's 5 people in this house. There's only supposed to be 3. You guys need to be safe.
But Key's landlord, Tim Fisher, says he only signed the lease to 3 people.
I didn't sign a lease for 5 people. I signed a lease for 3 people.
Key contends Fisher put 5 people on the lease, but says the landlord confiscated all of the old leases after police caught him and his roommates. Regardless of who is at fault, Britt says many Columbia landlords still assume the number of bedrooms a home has is equal to how many people can live there.
The owner of that home may think, well, gosh, if it's a large home, then why can't we have fill every bedroom and have this many people live here? So in many cases, I imagine that there's probably space for that many people. There's just other issues that happen when you've got that many people living in one home.
Issues like excessive noise, trash, and traffic that Britt says affect the quality of life for all residents.
The important thing to know is for people that are living in Columbia in single-family neighborhoods that, if it's next to you, this is an issue.
Hillary Mullen, KOMU8 News, Columbia.